Hello guys, welcome to Architecture World. Today we're going to be learning how to create walls, like how to create walls like this. These are walls. That's what we're going to be learning today, and I'm using ArchiCad 18 on these walls. We're going to learn how to create walls, how to select the heights, the how to put in modeling, like different kind of colors. That is what we're going to be learning today. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, please kindly do. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the notification so you don't miss our update. First, this is on 3D. First, you go to your 2D elevation. Okay, so this is what we're going to be learning how to create today. This is the damp-proof course. Let's use this. Okay, so if you want to create a wall, the first thing you need to do is to know the thickness of your block. Like, I'm making this video currently in Nigeria, and we have three major block size in Nigeria. That's the 225 millimeter, then the 150 millimeter, and the 17 millimeter. So today I'm going to be working with 225 millimeter or 150 millimeter and also 147 millimeter. So what I need to do right now, on this icon, on this section, there is a wall tool here. So you click the wall tool, you go to the setting dialog, click the setting dialog. Then here we have the geometry and positioning. This is where you determine the height of the wall, you determine the thickness of the wall, determine the offsetting of the wall. Like if you want the wall to go from ground to a certain level, let me show you something like that on 3D. See this 3D, we have a different wall here. The height of this wall is not the same with this, and the height of this is not the same with this. Let me show you. If you observe this wall very well, this is the height. We have 130-50 millimeter. Then this wall is offset from the bottom of 0. Then we have this wall here. Let's check this. We have this is 3.1 meter. That's 3/1000. Then let's check this wall. This wall, we have it at the height of 450 millimeter and from the bottom of 4650 meter, which means it's offset from this part to this part. So for you to create these three walls, this is what we're going to be learning today, like wall 1, wall 2, and wall 3. So let's just dive into wall 1. So for wall 1, we'll go down to the ground floor. We click our wall tools, we click our setting dialogs, it appears. So here we're using 5 inches or 6 inches block. That's 150 millimeter for 6 inches. So it's already offset to 1350 because I already have my setting here. Then here the height is, I'll put in 450. 450 is like what we want to create now is a ground beam. So here is going to be 0. Here's a 0 because this is the damp proof course we want to create. This is the DPC block. So we'll come down to this way. You put here 150. So let's say, assuming yours is like this, there are some whereby it's like this, you can't edit this part. So all you need to do is just activate the structural base, the composition. You put here to 150 millimeter. Put here to 150. You come down to the modeling. You activate all this modeling. You activate them, then you choose your color, whatever color you want to use for your design, you choose it. So let's just assume I'm using this Flemish bond, and I want the Flemish bond to go on both the edge and the inside surface. I'll just turn on this activation. So that being done, you don't really need to touch any other thing here. Here is okay. You just click your OK, then you come down to where you want it. Okay, let's use this place so we don't mess up that design. You just click here, you drag, make sure it's on a straight line. See, you can see it very well. You can't release a drag like this because it's not on a straight line, neither can you release it like this because it's still not on a straight line. So what you need to do is make sure your glide is on, you make sure it's on a straight line. It's running same line with your grid. You can see straight line. So you place it there, you come down to this way, you do the same thing, you place it here, on a straight line. So whatever you want to do a design, you don't need to go back to this wall to change settings and start measuring. You could just copy this wall like control D, control, that's plus, you move your wall to the desired wall places you want it. And you can create multiple walls with these. You can create from this way, and you can also create from this way, same multiple walls the one you want it. So let's see that on our 3D view. Let's see what we just created on our 3D view. Where is it? Let's look for it. Okay, it's so far. Okay, look at it here. Okay, so we now have this wall on our 3D view. You can see. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so what do we have? You can see we have the height of 1350 and the bottom of 0. So the next one we're going to be creating is this story. Now this is story. We'll come back to this wall tools. We'll come this way. Here automatically is already sitting at 300 because I have my settings here already, 300, and my block thickness is 150. So all I need to do is change my modeling. In case I'm using different modeling, I change my modeling. I can use this and this. I'll come down to this spot. I'll activate. The reason why you are seeing this traced, why you're seeing this wall here, these are the walls I just did on the ground floor. The reason you're seeing this wall is because my trace is activated. Trace is going to give you a guide for you to maintain the same position with what you have on the ground floor. So my trace is activated. That is why you're seeing this wall. So once my trace is activated, I'll just come here and fill in this wall. Then I'll come back here. I'll click this wall. You can see, if you observe everywhere, I'll click the wrong place. So what I'm going to do, I'll come down to this place. I'll enter inside face layouts, and it's going to be on the same way for it. You can see, this is how you create multiple walls. You just go to the outside layers and insert it here. You can see, this is how you create multiple walls. So any wall you want to create here, if you want to change the sizes, of your wall, you just click this part, click the setting dialog, and go to your geometry and positioning. Here you can work with the thickness. If you want the thickness of, let's say, 600 millimeter, which is not possible, at least the maximum should be 225. If you want the thickness of 225 millimeter, you just impute it. You can see that this wall is bigger than this wall. And if you still want the thickness of 100, depending on your design, you can also put it here. And you can see this wall is smaller. What we have on the ground side is 150 millimeter, and since here is 100 millimeter thickness, you can see that it's on a smaller size. So this is what you should be doing in any walls you're creating. Let's see this on 3D. You can see this 300 and this is 1350. So let's go for the up beam. In a situation whereby you want a beam here, let's assume you want a beam here and you want to create a wall with a beam. So you just come down to this wall, you come to these settings, you change it to 450 millimeter, you come down to this bottom offset to ohm. This means you want the block to go from the ground level to a certain height, like you want to create a beam. So the normal height of a beam here is 2650. That's the normal height we use here, 2650. Then if you have 2650 and this is 0, you can see that the total here is 450. This is the bottom. You can see the space. The moment, okay, let me go back. You can see that right here, this is a complete wall of 3.1 meter. That's 300. This is a complete wall. So if I put a command here now, 2650, it means that I'm taking this wall from height of 2650 up, and the leftover is going to be 450. Let's try it here. Let's try this. Let's go. Okay, you can see that the wall is invisible. It's invisible because it's being read at the up. So let's check it out here. You can see this is what we just put. For you to edit this wall on your 3D, for you to edit this wall, you need to come down to your 3D and send this back to 0 for it to go, or you can't edit this wall from your normal floor because you won't be seeing it. It's an invisible wall. You can see it's always invisible because it's not sharing the same height with this. So another way to create this wall, is to click this. You come down to this button, you impute what you want to put. 2650, and that is all. You can see there was. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Today we'll just learn how to create walls. If you have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe, because we have a whole lot of designs and a lot of tips that you would like. Subscribe, turn on the notification button, and hit the heart button. Thank you.